What's up, guys? William Ryan here, back with another video. In the video that we're going to be going over today, you guys are going to be seeing why I took this short on euro dollar and what I'm going to be expecting going into the latter end of this week and even into next week, right? So the fractal that we're looking for, right, has formed on the daily chart, right? And I believe I mentioned this in the time video that I just made. And so when we have events like FOMC, NFP, CPI, PPI, and that kind of event, what we want to do is we want to look for these entries, right, in these positions, right? We want to take these positions on the higher time frame, right? It's much cleaner, and this way we can actually capitalize on the volatility that these news events give us, right? So we have a fair value gap in here. I'll zoom in for you guys. Right, so we have this gap in here. And don't worry, I'll be going over all the PD arrays in this mentorship. Okay, we also have this bearish order block. Okay, and then we also have this balanced price range, right, on the sell side, or sorry, on the buy side of the curve. So this fair value gap extended out in time, right? We drove up into that, and now the bodies are back in this fair value gap here. Okay, we have our timing element, okay, that we can visually see on the chart, and that is the William percent R. Okay, so we have a higher high being made on the William percent R, but in the chart we're failing. We are failing to take out this high here. Okay, so as you guys can see on the cursor, the high that I'm locating here on the chart, okay, see how we're making a lower high, but on the William percent R we're making a higher high. Okay, so what is this telling us? It's telling us that smart money is potentially getting into the marketplace here. They're stacking their orders, right? And like I said before in the time video, since we have the setup on the daily chart, we can go ahead and execute. Okay, but once I go down into a lower time frame, right, like say the 5-minute or the 15-minute, very, very choppy, very, very messy, right? It's hard to create a narrative. If we were just looking at this chart, it would be hard to find our setup here during these news events if we're just looking at this chart. Okay, it's not to say that we can't have a setup form in the next 15 to 30 minutes. Like I mentioned, we can get a setup and we can scalp for either like a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1. But predominantly on these weeks, I like to trade on the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour charts. Potentially even the 15-minute charts as well. All right, guys, so here's my daily position. I don't normally swing trade, but I want to make this video to show you guys that what I'm teaching you is applicable to all time frames, all asset classes, and all personality types as well, right? So we're going to see how this plays out. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to leave this position on until TP or stop loss gets hit. Okay, I am a firm believer that price is going to drive lower at this point. Okay, we also have equal lows here. Okay, how do we know if this trade is going to fail? Okay, this is very, very important. So if we close above, right, this fair value gap, the odds of our stop loss getting hit become much higher, right? So we want to see this fair value gap in here. Very, very important. We want to see this tiny gap in here. We want to see it hold. We don't want to see the bodies of this candle close above it. It's okay that we wicked above it and came back down in to the gap, right? That's fine. But from here on out, we don't want to see price close above this fair value gap. If it does, we're most likely going to get stopped out, and price is going to come up into this fair value gap in this balanced price range in here. All right, guys, so with that being said, study this on your own. Okay, follow along on your own. And yeah, we'll come back to this either when our stop loss gets hit or our take profit gets hit. So until next time, guys, good luck, good trading, and God bless.